Hey guys, Carlson Outdoorsman here today. Today I'm just going to do a unboxing of the Ruger Mini-30. As you can see, this is the box that it comes in, the Ruger logo and the stamp right there, the seal, whatever you want to call it. So basically it just comes in a cardboard box just like this, nothing fancy, so don't expect too much from that. I know this really isn't that bad because a lot of other guns come in cardboard boxes, but there are guns that come with nice cases and stuff like that. But that's what this comes in. It comes in a cardboard box. A lot of Ruger firearms I have come in a cardboard box, just so you know. So going right in here, it looks like we bend this back and we have access to our firearm. This plastic goes around the Mini-30. However, my distributor or whatever you want to, where I bought this from, he actually took it out so I could look at it and stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and take out our firearm. So you get the firearm itself, the Mini-30, of course, because that's what you bought. That's just some plastic that goes around the firearm. You get your owner's manual. Now, this is for the Mini-30, of course. It has all of the instructions, warnings, and precautions that you should read and understand before you use your firearm. So that's what that comes with, too. That's the paperwork. It also comes with this barrel flag, this little piece of plastic that comes inside the firearm. I took it out already, just so you know. But that actually comes with it. My version came with my gun came with 2 20-round magazines, and there is a version that comes with just 5-round magazines, just 2 of them. But I ordered the one that comes with 2 20-round magazines. So I've got one 20-round magazine, and I've got my second 20-round magazine. And these magazines are awesome magazines. They run very efficient, but the only downside is they're very expensive. They're like, I guess it depends on where you get them, but I know they run for at least about $25 a mag for these Mini-30 20-round magazines. So they're a little pricey, but really for the price you get awesome quality and efficiency out of them. So, and you also get your scope rings, as many of you may already know, which attach right to the gun. I'll show you that in a moment. You get a lock, of course. A lot of firearms come with a lock, a long one, and 2 sets of keys. Ruger cable lock. So that's what you get right there. You also get some Allen keys, and those are for the scope rings, and I'm not sure what the smaller one's for, if it's for the scope ring. I'm pretty sure it is. Those are just Allen keys for the scope rings. And then this is your Picatinny rail, and basically that just goes right over the chamber. I'll show you that later too. So yeah, let's go ahead, take it outside, and put a few rounds through it. And then you guys obviously know that this comes with a lock, as I had told you earlier in this video. So the lock can be used either to lock a case, of course, that the gun might be in, or you could even run it through the chamber and then through the mag well, and then you could use that as kind of like a safety, so that that there's no round in it, or it's not going to go off because it's blocking it from striking the primer or whatever. So you can use it as kind of like a safety for the firearm, in case you have children around. But really, if you have children around, you shouldn't have your firearm out. You should have it put away, preferably like in a gun cabinet or a gun safe even. But if you have children around, just put it away. Don't put this in there and expect it to be just fine even if they pick it up, because but that's just a nice little feature, but I'd probably just use this for a case for the gun, just to lock it, keep people from getting in there. It'd be a more useful purpose for this, in my opinion, rather than running it through the mag well and the chamber. But, that is another option if you wish to do that, so that's nice. As far as the Picatinny rail, you guys are probably wondering, well, how that goes on. Well, as you can see here, there are holes. I don't know if you guys can see that. There are holes in this Picatinny rail. And basically, you just screw it down. So I'll go ahead and screw that down. I really don't think I need to demonstrate how you screw it in because it's pretty simple. So you just take your Allen wrench that comes with the gun, right here, the smaller one, and you screw it into the holes right here. The single hole goes up front, and the two lower holes go towards the rear of the gun or the butt plate or whatever, the stock. But yeah, I'll go ahead and screw that in and show you guys what it looks like.
I rode into town about an hour ago. I had to check my pressure. My tank was running low. Next thing
So that's the rail right there installed. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it's not going anywhere, and it has a little cutout right here to keep shells from banging into your scope or your optic or whatever you may have mounted on there. And Ruger said themselves that they designed this so that the casings would come out at a certain angle so that it would not hit your scope or the rail or anything you may have mounted in here. So it'd be out of the way, so that's really nice. So basically, in my opinion, you'd want to use this for an optic. As far as a scope, you may want to use this, these scope rings it comes with, or scope rings that the scope comes with. If you need to get it up higher for whatever reason, then you can use this rail and then put the scope rings on here, different scope rings, whatever, and then that should get it up higher. But if you really need it higher, then I just get a riser. You can purchase those online, such as like on Amazon, then you can attach it to this Picatinny rail. So that's another option if you need to get that scope up higher, but I don't think you would need to. I have not mounted a scope on this yet, and once I get a scope for it, I will do a video on that and show you guys how well it works without the rail and with the rail or a riser. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you these scope rings. I'll put them on for you, and I'll demonstrate that for you. So basically, as far as installing these scope rings, you have a little deal here. You don't need a screw unless you want to really tighten it down. Then you could use the smaller Allen wrench to wrench it down if you really don't want that scope moving. It's got a little groove in there to wrench it down, but really you can just use your fingers and hand tighten it. But if you really want that scope to not move, by any means, then you can always take something small, such as this Allen wrench, and put it in those grooves and really get it. Basically, this is just a groove right in there. It has a groove in the gun itself too. For that, I'll go ahead and screw these on. I don't think I need to demonstrate to you guys how you screw these on. It's pretty simple. You just loosen up this deal here all the way. Then you go ahead and you tighten it down onto the gun. So I'll go ahead and do that for you guys. Okay, so here's the firearm with the scope rings. I just hand tightened it on to show you guys. And so that's basically all there is to it. If you really don't want it to move though, I would suggest getting like an Allen wrench or something skinny like that and strong to really torque that down right in there. But yeah, as far as putting the scope in there, you guys probably can guess. It comes with the Allen wrench, and you just unscrew these screws here, and then you can put your scope in place. You'd want to slide your scope up as far up as possible. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it for putting the scope rings on. So yeah, I'll go ahead and take these off and demonstrate the rifle functions. So as far as locking the bolt back, you guys can probably see there's a little button right here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's a button. And basically what you do is you pull back the bolt, you hold the button down, and then you slowly let the bolt slide forward until it stops, and you let your finger off the button. Now this bolt is locked back. And as far as releasing it, you just pull it back and let it fly. Just like that. And that's one of the things I really like about this rifle, is that it has a rotating bolt. I think that's pretty neat. It's very effective. So yeah, and as far as the safety, so here's your Garand style safety. So you flip it forward, the safety is off. Push it in, the safety is on. And that's one of the things I really like about this safety, is you do not need a visual to check it unless you really like to. Basically, you can just feel it, and you'll know if the safety's on or off. And I really like that feature, because I used to hate going like, oh, is the safety on? Looking for that red, So I just like that safety because you can just feel it and see if it's on or not, and that's pretty neat. As far as the sights, right out of the box, I found the sights to be pretty accurate. I was nailing bullseyes at about 50 yards, which is pretty good. So as far as accuracy goes, right out of the box, it's definitely acceptable or preferable, whatever word you want to use. As far as an accuracy test for this rifle, I will do a video on that, solely on the rifle's accuracy and for ammunition stuff. Right now, I really don't have any ammunition for this rifle. So I will get some ammunition, and as soon as I can, I will release a video for you guys on this rifle for ammunition or accuracy, for an accuracy test. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, please subscribe, and you will see a video for that sometime as soon as I can get to that. So as far as putting in the mag, it's pretty similar to an AK or an SKS rifle. The mag rocks in, and basically what you want to do is there's a little lip on that mag, I don't know if you can see that, little hole, and you push it up all the way at an angle, and it clicks in, just like so. And then to load the magazine, you'd obviously pull back and let it fly, right? Now, I didn't put this in quite right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in properly. So basically that's all there is to it. This magazine actually did come with a... Yeah, this magazine functions excellent. But this bolt is supposed to lock back as soon as you have the magazine in there. It's not going to go forward unless you have a round in the magazine or whatever. Then it will fly forward and load a round in there, so keep your mind on that. But if the magazine is empty, as you can see, the bolt will not come forward. The reason it did before, though, is because I did not have the magazine in there correctly. So yeah, if you want to speed load, for example, you want to practice speed loading, then you'd want to file down this little plastic notch there, and that would fix that problem for you, because then, that's what holds the bolt back. But that's a permanent fix, so you really have to determine whether or not you're going to want to do that. So that's all there is to putting the mag in, basically. Just push forward, click it in. Your bolt's not going to go forward. So if you want the bolt closed when you want an empty mag in, you're going to have to close that bolt first and then put your mag in. As far as taking out the mag, you just push this magazine release and you pull out. I do not recommend rocking it out, because then you have to wiggle around to get that lip off. I just straight up pull it out. I yank on it a little bit, and push back. I don't try and rock it out, just like you would rock it in. So yeah, that's basically all there is to it. I will also do a video on disassembling, cleaning, and assembling this rifle. That's another thing I really like about it. As far as disassembly, it's pretty simple. You just take your wrench or like a punch or something, and you just pull out, the whole trigger assembly comes out, and your action, your barrel, your heat guard, that all comes off and separates from the stock. It's pretty simple. So that's another thing I really like about that. It's pretty easy to take apart, put back together, as long as you know what you're doing. So yeah, that's pretty much all as far as a function. I can't think of any functions. I can't really think of anything else. It does have these little sling mounts here, whatever, so you can put a sling on there. I'm not sure exactly if you can take these off or not. And you can put a bipod on this, which I think I'm going to do. You just need a Harris bipod adapter. That just clips on, I believe, right here somehow, and then you get the Harris style bipod or the Harris bipod, and it just mounts to that adapter. Simple as that. I may get one of those soon, and if I do, I will definitely do a video and show you guys that. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it as far as, you know, using this firearm. You can get different stocks for it if you wish. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. You know, it was just supposed to be an unboxing video, just show you guys what came in the box and stuff, but I decided to do a little bit more, show you how the firearm operates. But if you guys want to see more, such as an accuracy test, disassembly and reassembly of this firearm and cleaning, as far as that goes, it's pretty simple. But then if you guys want to see that, I will definitely do a video on that pretty soon here. So if you want to see that, like this video, it really helps, and subscribe to stay tuned for those videos. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video, taking your time. I really do appreciate it. If you don't mind, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really does help. Thanks guys.